am genius.
We salute you, Mr. Rainbow Wig Hair Wearer.
Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Big B. Big B has finally joined the F1 Tunnel Hole boat gang. Okay. So one of my subscribers, Dale Shin, actually sent this boat to me to build, to have some fun with. So that's what we're going to do. All right. This is a vintage MRP Bud Light Racing Tunnel Hull boat. Okay. F1 style boat. It actually came with an upgraded Kyosho outboard motor. All right. And today we're going to basically focus on the motor. Mounting the motor. Probably won't mount it, but we've got to make a motor mount. And I want the motor mount to be adjustable. We want to be able to adjust the ride height and the positive and negative thrust. We're going to be running the boat on 2S with this 1410 Castle motor. It came with a brushed motor, which that probably would be fast enough, but you guys know me. Okay, we're going to be running a Dynamite 90 Traxxas servo, just kind of using what I have. All right, so stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. I didn't freaking know about Budweiser's freaking meltdown, man. I knew about the freaking questionable Bud Light can, but I didn't know about Bud Light's freaking, like, everybody's boycotting Bud Light. They're like $27 billion below deficit. Oh my God, the stock market's plummeting. Coors Light's freaking going up. Miller Lite. Oh my God, that's crazy, you guys. I had a bunch of guys giving me a hard time about Bud Light. They said they were downvoting my videos because of the Bud Light boat and all that. But how suitable is that, huh? Got a wig on, come on. You know, but you know, don't downvote a 25-year-old boat. I mean, this boat was built when Bud Light was a man's and woman's, like a man's drink. You know what I'm saying? Man, Mike Seabold would roll over in his freaking grave if he seen that Bud Light can. I'm gonna walk you guys through my motor mount real quick, and then I'll kind of briefly go into my plans for the boat. So my motor mount, like I said, is gonna be made out of aluminum. Okay, I'm going to use these two big pieces of aluminum, like this angle aluminum right here, and I'm going to cut this slither right here off. Okay, and we're going to elongate. I was going to elongate one hole, but I think I'm going to make two elongated holes so that this bracket actually slides up and down on the transom to adjust our ride height. Okay, basically going to cut all that right there off. I want to make it as lightweight as possible, but ironclad. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using this thick piece of aluminum. It's really the only thick piece of aluminum I have, and I've had this for several years. I've never used it. Don't even freaking know what it goes to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut half of that circle out, and then we're going to cut it right here. Okay, I'm going to drill a hole down the top, and that's what's going to mount up the motor on that bracket right there. Okay, that's what's going to pivot the motor. So that's kind of my rough plan. Okay, so, I got it kind of mocked up. I'm starting to clean it up. Okay, and it's actually turned out pretty good. I ended up cutting those oversized screw holes out. You guys can see where I cut it out right there, and that actually gets the motor closer to the transom. I wasn't sure how it would handle far away from the transom, so I'm trying to tuck it in as close as I can. Okay, actually, you can see right here where I've scribed some lines where I'm going to make my elongated hole for trim adjustment. About to start doing some drilling. I just wanted to update you guys before I did. Okay, we're going to elongate some holes here and there. I made it the perfect width. Okay, I made sure this time that the motor's like drilled, cross drilled and everything straight up and down, so it's not cocked to the left or right. Got the elongated holes. I've got my positive and negative trim adjustability set, and I really think it's turned out pretty good. Now it's really time to start cleaning it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of carbon fiber to back this, and I'm actually going to put a nut plate, you know, epoxy 4 nuts on my carbon fiber backer. So basically all I'll have to do is loosen up these screws adjust my motor height and tighten them back down. That way I don't have to fumble around with any you know, wrenches, nut drivers, or anything like that. So so as it sits now, I can get it about 10 millimeters lower than the ride surface and about the same higher than the ride surface. We can get positive thrust and negative thrust. Well, I'll get more than that, but I got it kind of tight and I don't want to break anything. So it's actually turned out pretty good. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what the mount looked like before I assembled it. I got it all buffed up on my bench buffer out there in the shop. So I made 2 of these mirrored. Okay, 1 for each side. Alright, got the elongated holes for up and down ride height adjustment, and then the elongated hole here for trim adjustment. Okay, this is the hinge block. Alright, basically got two drilled holes through it, and then 1 on the top that goes through for the hinge pin. That's a freaking trip, right? So I'm gonna take this tape off here because you know, it really don't bother me. I'm not a beer drinker, you know. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not homophobic. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it really don't bother me. You know, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you guys are just going to have to deal with the vintage Bud Light. I love the boat. I absolutely love it. Now, we might keep the rainbow wig on there. All right, Sally. Okay. So I've actually done some more stuff here. I'll walk you through it. So I got it assembled and I got it installed on the boat. All right. It's actually turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. Okay, super nice, super nice. All right, get you guys backed up here. I've got my 30% down below the ride surface. I got my 60% higher than the ride surface. I got my positive angle and I have my negative angle. Okay, this boat's probably going to need some positive, like up angle, you know, so we'll mess around with that once we get to the park pond. So I'm actually going to take it off here. I made a carbon fiber backer plate for inside the transom, and I also installed a polystyrene motor mount for the exterior of the boat. Okay, this was our old motor mount or motor plate that was on the boat when I got it. So I actually cut a piece of styrene, I marked out my holes, and I marine welded it onto the boat. Okay, then I C-clamped it so it's on there. All those old holes should be sealed up. That marine weld works pretty good for little applications like this. So so right now I'm actually going to put this piece of carbon fiber in the transom. I actually trimmed up some of this lip right here so I have room to get that nut plate on. Okay, so it pretty much, it fits tight in there. All right, so what I'm going to do is drill out the holes for my screws. Okay, and we're going to put, I'm going to take some 5-minute JB weld and JB weld some nuts on there so I don't have to worry about getting a wrench in there, because we're going to have a drop-in that drops into this area right here for our servo and stuff. So I'm kind of trying to think ahead. You know, I'm really excited to get this thing going, hence the reason I'm getting started on it, and I really hadn't put it down since I've gotten the freaking boat, man. I really like this freaking motor mount right here. It's turned out great. And, you know, I took the X's off the Bud Light. It was kind of driving me crazy. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy. So, I'm going to build a boat. I'm going to run the boat. I'm going to have fun with the boat. And that's it. That's period, you know. Okay, so I'm going to drill out all 4 of these holes. I'm not going to video this part. I've got other videos showing you how to epoxy nuts on a piece of carbon fiber. Pretty freaking simple, you know. Just gonna take some 5 minutes, done. Okay, so it's actually the night before I upload the video, so I'm gonna kind of wrap it up. Okay, I got my nut plate in there. It's not epoxied or glued into the boat. I'm actually gonna marine weld it into the transom, but I do have my nuts epoxied on. It's not exactly beautiful, but so I'm gonna actually remove the nut plate, this backer, clean up my epoxy, possibly just go ahead and put a little bit more on there, a little bit neater, but I gotta wait till it dries. You know, I use this 5-minute quick set. It cures out like that. It's perfect for this type of application, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this out tomorrow once it's all cured out, and marine weld the nut plate back into the boat. Okay, we're gonna be building a wood. I'm gonna use this basswood. And I've got a piece of plywood there, but we're gonna make a drop-in for our servo and receiver, and probably make our battery tray for the boat in the next video. Okay, and yeah, the motor mount, it turned out pretty good, which is basically the whole reason I made the video. I just kind of added this stuff because hell, I couldn't stop building the boat. I worked on it all day. I didn't have nothing else to do. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's turning out pretty good. I think that turned out really nice. You guys seen how I made it inside and out. Got plenty of adjustability. So yeah, we're gonna work on it the next couple days. So we'll see you next time. The Bud Light F1 tunnel hole boat build continues. We'll see. Thanks for watching.